Gay man walking.
Good morning. Cool, so it is day 74. Wow. Yesterday we passed the 2,000 kilometer mark. How nice and exciting and everything. That means we're 2/3 done the trail. Well, I'm done, but I haven't done about 150 kilometers of it, plus the 30 or 40 that I trained in or hitchhiked. But nonetheless, I'm still at the 2,000 kilometer mark, which means I think I'll be done about 110 days. It's taking longer than I thought to do kilometers when you're in the South Island, just because like you're going up mountains. Cool. Quite a feat. Speaking of feet, my feet are freezing right now because we had to go through a river like 10 seconds before camping yesterday at Caroline Bivvy, which is just essentially one gigantic sandfly. The bivvy can host 2 people, but it's not. It just smells like piss. It's a shed. It's ridiculous. You've seen it. So we camped beside, and it was just nice to be in a tent. I'm not gonna lie, really nice. It's like your own double room. My backpack boyfriend lying beside me was able to read. Went to bed at like 8:30. Incredible. So now I'm walking 29 kilometers to a hut called Ann Hut. And it's a hut. It's Ann Hut. That's English is hard. So now I have to cross about a lot of rivers and walk 29K. This is such a good day. I'm feeling really good. I love this. Look at where we are though. I heard that there's these 2 guys, Jeff and Everett, who are from a town not too far from where I'm from in Canada, who I met for like a hot second, who everyone who's going northbound who I've been running into knows. So they were stuck at that bivvy inside it apparently with like 3 or 4 or 5 of them, men, in that little shed. It's my dream come true, but I don't know about theirs, for about 2 or 3 days because the river up ahead, like right here, is so monstrous during rain season because it's in the middle of 2 valleys. I mean, it's in the middle of a valley. Where am I? This is so perplexing. It's so different than the North Island. It's much more of what I expected. It feels like we're in a gigantic country now, like Canada or America. The expanse of everything doesn't feel as short. I remember coming over the Hanover Ranges back up north out of Auckland and thinking, whoa, you can see for miles, because it was flat dairy land. Now it's the opposite, but just regular good old Mother Nature land. So yeah, gonna drink my coffee and not get stuck by rivers and be very grateful that it's supposed to be rainy today. Can we all just look at these, like, what is going on? I only have coffee for 2 more days, and if you know me well, then you know that's not good enough. But there's only 2 more days until we're in Boyle Village, where I can collect a box with more presents. And presents, I mean food. Oh my god, Canadian geese. I heard them honking this morning. Okay, I need to go on a side trip. Instantly side tripping it. They sound just like home. That's wonderful. Jeez, I feel like I'm filming Fly Away Home. I'm lost. Shit. Where are the sticks? I'm going to go into the frigid cold waters of melted glacier water, or whatever, snow water, mountain runoff. Okay. Oh, it's moving fast. Holy shit, that's so strong. I can see how these people got knocked over and carried away. Oh. I used to live in the Rocky Mountains in Canada. That was the last place I like really lived before moving away to Europe, because I was gonna say fancy, but I just burped instead. I mean, that's more fitting. I used to live in Jasper, and this is starting to remind me of the Rockies. Ooh, my feet are so cold. Oh, my Canadian buddies are over there. It's weird, this is the first country I've traveled to where I've felt super connected to my Canadian background. Maybe because there's also like an inordinate amount of Canadians here. And now there's 3 more in the form of geese. I disturbed them, I feel terrible. The sun has come up This is such a good morning. It's such a cruisy morning. I'm walking on grass that's been cut. God, the terrain has been so interchanging at every kilometer. It's nice for this to just be the same, probably the same all day, I think, actually, for 29 kilometers. Oh, I could do this all day. And technically it's spring, so it transfers seasons. No, not spring. Autumn. The opposite. Oh shit, it's fall. And I'm walking to the south part of the South Island. Wow, okay, logic. I'm sure we're gonna have an Indian summer, which I learned is really late. This is where I am having lunch. And by lunch, I mean 2 peanut butter wraps, which is actually double lunch because normally I only have 1 wrap. But I did math, which is very hard to do, especially when you're in the middle of nature and you're bad at math. And I have an extra wrap, so I'm eating it. I see civilization. Oh, it's weird to think that there's owned property. I've been watching through national parks for the past 13, 14 days. Lord have mercy. I've literally been walking in this exact pace, but periodically walk dancing to some of my favorite songs. Oh, this is so nice. Okay, so the wind is picking up, and I remember some guy at the hut was a warden named Doug, super nice guy, told us that there's gale force winds that will be approaching today. And I'm on a flat plain and at a river. But yes, wind. Wind is my least favorite thing of all nature's stuff. Wind. Wind and the fact that Scottish people brought thistles to this fucking country. I just met my first person on this entire trail. He's going trout fishing, which is apparently the fish you can catch inside of these waters. And he told me that this wind we're experiencing right now is not as bad as the wind I'll be experiencing on the other side of that hill, or berm, or what have you. So, let's find out together, shall we? Yeah, it's just a little bit worse. So I'm listening to epic opera music, and it's very fitting. Woo. Now my iPod is dead, so I have no electronic way of knowing what time it is, and no analog way of knowing what time it is, so I do not know what time it is. But I am 5 kilometers away from Anhut, so about an hour of walking, because this is just road walking, and I'm loving it. My legs are a little bit ugh, right now, because I don't think they've walked this long in a long time. There's some spooky ass trees. Why are you being so spooky, tree? You're so thorny and you're covered in ghost moss. Alrighty folks, I think I might be leaving this valley, because that is the way it continues, and that little man on the symbol with the arrow is pointing left, so I'm going to subserviently follow it with no actual clue as to where it goes. Okay. I am now on a swing bridge. Just to fuck with my legs. Cool, so I blatantly lied to you, but I'm walking in the valley. So it's getting to the end of the day, and I keep thinking I'm going to see the hut around the corner. So it's that time of day, everyone. Oh, it's there. Amazing. Oh, this is going to be so nice. I don't know if there's anyone inside. I think I see someone moving about. Okay, and hut. Despite the fact that you were very hard to say because of grammar laws, and hut, you are gorgeous. Look at this place. There's a pan. Ooh, and radio. Oh my god. I might take this. Consider it snatched. Thanks for joining me on another day of this monotony. I'm kidding, this is amazing. What an ordeal. Morning, y'all. It is day 75 here on the Te Aroa journey that I am partaking in voluntarily. Anyway, so it is a windstorm outside, blowing this way, and I'm walking that way. So There's gonna be a lot of air and it'll be cold. Dressed to the nines, and to the nines means I'm wearing everything that Icebreaker sent me for free, which I wouldn't be wearing because I wouldn't have had money to buy if it wasn't for them giving me free shit. So thank you, Icebreaker, for keeping me alive in the South Island. It's not a cloudy day. This is crazy. The weather's been amazing. And I have hardly any instant coffee left. No more breakfast food. So this is the first day where I'm like, oh, like packing that much weight worked out, rather than like for the first 4 days of the South Island where I was dying from having 1 kilogram of sugar because I'm what? Stupid. So yeah, gonna go walk that way through Ann Saddle. Another thing, fucking Ann River, Ann Saddle is just hard to say. Through a saddle, and I'm going to go to Boyle Village to pick up a box, which means the Nelson National Park Range is going to be over after today. So anyway, despite the fact that if a National Geographic person came to this part of the world to do a grasslands special, they would literally film the grasslands and be like, well, there's no animals here except for maybe a moth. So this is over, because really the grasslands look like there should be so many animals living here, but really it's just wild horses, which is kind of cool. I guess horses scare me ever since like my second or third day on the Tararoa, where they were just aggressively staring at me with their faces, as opposed to aggressively staring at me with their ribs. I don't know what else you can stare at someone with. Cool, bye! One of the unfortunate truths about this trail that is also just one of the most annoying things in the world is when you spend so long crossing rivers without getting wet, and then all of a sudden you're walking on the trail and grass that looks like grass is actually hiding a swamp, and you step and kerplunk right into mud water. So all that effort went to nothing, but it's just part of it, and the trip can't be perfect. But anyway, that's what just happened to me. Okay, so there is so much goose poo here that it actually is starting to resemble a picnic in Canada. Or my lawn during the summer. Oh, I'm falling over. At least the wind's at my back now, yo. Today's such a good day. I'm listening to such upbeat pop music all of a sudden, and it's really signifying the fact that I am about to approach a box full of food. It's just down there somewhere. Oh, come to me. Accio food box. And also Accio Ron Weasley. Am I right, ladies? So this is beautiful and I'm in a good mood. It's just that my left foot, the ball of it, is hurting again, like it did that day I left Palmerston North and walked only like 20 kilometers. But today I have to walk 29 through this terrain, and ow. It's fine, but like this is the kind of stuff, if it happened every day, would eventually get to you to the point where you wouldn't be enjoying what you're doing. So I'm almost at a hut. I'm gonna eat some food and check out my left foot. Because girl, I wanna enjoy this all I can when I'm listening to the Chicago soundtrack. And everything's great. My left foot is not hurting. Oh, that's the important part. Update, foot is fine. I dried my socks and my shoes and my feet, so everything's dry. Next video will be me walking into water. Because the world is a magical place, I have almost ran out of gas in my, for my little cooker, which means I can't really have coffee in the morning and make a tea at night. At that hut I was just at, I found a canister. I mean, it's a large one and it's pretty much almost empty. This bag is light. I've pretty much eaten my weight. Okay, there's been a little turn of events, but my left foot now is hurting again. I'm on the bottom, really bad. It feels like there's just a bunch of stones, and every time I take a step, it's like they're getting jabbed into the ball of my foot, to the point where I'm actually curling my toes up right now to deal with it. So this is very painful. So anyway, my body ain't feeling so good, and I know it will be okay tomorrow, because it always is. It's always like that. Cool. Rather not waste all this memory card space talking about pain. You just gotta push through this stuff if you want to get to the bottom of a country. This forest, though, look at it. I was gonna say it's one ferry away from being a fairy forest, but I'm walking through it, so it is a fairy forest. I mean, every forest is a fairy forest if I'm inside of it. I like that. Oh, and I only have like 500 meters to go until I have to figure out where the adventure center is. And my food. No, not when everything was going so good. I was just listening to Sting. I'm listening to Sting, and one of my headphones stopped working. Still got my left ear. That's fine. Anyway, everything is great. I am literally at the parking lot, and I can camp here and find the adventure center. Road! A car? Car. All right, I'm here. Time to be horizontal. This is so annoying, and honestly, what can I expect? Okay, so I'm at the education center, which has my box of food, but no one's here. So now I'm at this outdoor adventure center after a huge day of walking with just enough food for dinner, nothing for breakfast. This is so uncomfortable. There's a lot of hard, challenging parts, but this is just hard, like blatantly, not even just tough terrain, not wasp stings. This is just like deflating. Honestly, it sounds so stupid, but I just want to be comforted. And I don't think I can comfort myself right now. It's day 76, and I'm at the Boyle Village Education Center, where there's actual people, as you can maybe see behind me, about to accept 100 children to this place. I'm happy because they've given me my box of food and Wi-Fi, so that's good. I'm happy. And this is all my food shit. Look at this bag of candy, man. I literally make up for 90% of all the dentists in Canada and the UK's income based on my awful teeth. They look nice, but they are not nice. And I have to walk about 4 or 5 or 6 days all the way to Arthur's Pass, where there will be accommodation, indoors, everything you need. Oh, so I'm excited that apparently they're really easy the next 4 days. So I am on a highway. As you can see, some guy named Jacob who showed up going northbound told me just to walk on the highway instead of the track because the track's really muddy. And I'm like, girl, I'm the man for road walking, so I'm gonna do this and only walk 18 kilometers today. And my friends Alex and Holly are gonna be back from their little journey to Hammer Springs. Maybe, if I say that might be cool. If not, then that's life. I have so much coffee and so much food. And a person didn't show up named Angela, so thank you for not showing up, Angela, because you left food at Boyle Village. And I stole all of your dried mushrooms, some of your orange chocolate. Score! Just found some more roadside treasure. Pro Block sunscreen lotion. It doesn't have a proper lid, so I'm probably just gonna use some and toss it. Or not toss it. Oh shit, now I have to keep it now. Pick it up. This is so awesome. Holly and Alex just drove by in that white van in the distance. That was so cute, and they just waved and honked. That was so nice to see them. Oh, this is such a great world. Anyway, it's just so funny. I'm like walking the road in the middle of nowhere with no one I know and 2 people that I have met and got to know probably better than some people I've actually like lived with or beside or worked with, because you're in intimate situations with them for so long, one day after another. Just drove by in a car and honked at me. It's just such a nice little gift you can be given in the middle of nowhere. It's just nice to have a constant in the form of humans, as well as oats and pasta. I am standing in front of a plum tree. Remind me so much of the North Island and of my Nona's house. She has plums there. Yay! Oh, that's so good to eat fresh fruit. I literally stocked up so many of my pockets with plums. I literally think the closest thing I have to a fruit in my backpack are the raisins and my oats, and also my maple syrup that I just had in my bag, which is pretty much a fruit in Canada. I mean, it's from a tree, so whatever. So I just passed this woman named Anna, who's really awesome, going northbound, and she told me she's going to the Boyle Village to get a box, and I was like, oh, well, I hope they'll have 100 kids, and she's like, oh, I'm happy that they're open, I just need to get there. I was like, she's like, and I just said, oh, I went there and no one was there on the Sunday. She's like, oh, well, they shut at 3 on a Sunday. Yeah, so I didn't do any research. Also, a woman left miso soup in the free box, so I have had miso soup in the past 12 hours, so I can't really complain about life. Anyway, I'm about 20 minutes away from the parking lot and lunch. Oh, and I have raspberry jam in my bag. This is such a good day. So many plums and raspberry jam. Okay, the raspberry jam is another vegetable. Even though raspberries fruits, I don't know, there's some strawberry thing going around where they're saying that they're not fruits or raspberries. I don't know. And I'll never know because I don't research anything. All I do is hike for days without any internet. The hair coming out of my head is at the perfect length to fly out of its holding and smash me in the eyes. And I can't fix it. I've tried like 7 times to put it back into its place, but it just isn't listening. So anyway, just excited to get to this, it's called Windy Point Car Park. I'm starting to understand why. Wow. This view almost beats the fact that I just found plums. I'm gonna take a picture. By taking the road, I cut out the tui track, which probably has a lot of tuis on it, but I've seen enough of those. They're a bird that are in New Zealand everywhere, and there's kind of beer after it too, so it'd be nice if it was a beer trail, but it's not. And now I'm just walking down the road to join up with the tui track, and then the Hope Kiwi Trail. I might be so wrong, but I'm going to take a left. I know that. Yeah, left. South. Where's the sun? That way. Yeah, I'm gonna get to halfway Hope Hut or something like that. I know it's hard to say. I mean, everything's hard to say, even in the English words. I'm just losing how to speak. But it's good that I don't have a GoPro that I have to talk to and inform all my audience members about what I'm doing with my mouth. Stupid. Both of my headphones are broken, and there's a whole group of students ahead of me that probably are going to the hut I'm going to. This is the door with the fence. I don't know why the fence is so high. Maybe horses? Okay. Aha! You know how I said that I'm gonna go left? I'm at this and that. And as it turns out, I have to go right. Thank God I have an app for that. That would have been fun, because there's an orange marker there, an orange marker there. I don't know if you can see it, but I have another South Island robin friend. Oh, just chasing bugs. This is a beautiful, beautiful track. Why can't you exist in the North Island? Wow. Oh, I just ate so much sunscreen for my mustache. So, I'm by a lovely little stream, being a lovely little queen. And my left foot's hurting a little bit, but not too much. I've been told the hut I'm going to, which is halfway Hope Hut or something, halfway to Hope, is full of wasps, which are my favorite animal, as we've learned together. But if it's waspy, I'm just gonna kill them all. The plums have been exploding as I've been walking in all my pockets.
So my shorts are wet, and that one's okay. Oh, it's gonna be inside of my thermal overlayer.
But I also put them in the pocket with my, what looks like a dirty tampon, but is my toilet paper and my beautiful merino gloves, which now look like they've been shat on by a plum. This is beautiful. Get ready. These clouds don't look too promising, unless they're promising rain, in which they look very promising. This is literally right after the plum incident, so this is a nice emotional change. There's a little house. Ha, that's the cutest. I mean, I don't know much about clouds, but they're kind of sitting on the mountaintops, which aren't even that high. Oh my God, it's the cutest. Look at it trying so hard to be a hut. That's the end of day 76. 19 kilometers and what looks like a storm. Good night.